the Lakers fall in an undeniably bad spot as they drop Game 3 at home to Denver to fall 0-3 in the series, and this has a lot of people thinking that changes could be on the way. However, with the Lakers, there is always more to the story. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything we have for you for this video, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 75% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you guys do not miss any of it. Now, with that out the way, guys, let's hop straight into that game recap as the Lakers are 0-3 again. So the Lakers fall at home 112-105, and the final score truly wasn't indicative of how the game sort of went, as it's kind of been the same story in this series, at least, that the Lakers would go up, get a double-digit lead at in that first half, and then for some reason or whatever, they just falter in the second half, and then Denver takes over and are able to take control of the game. The Lakers just didn't have the juice towards the end of the game, especially in that second half, where they really weren't getting after it, cleaning glass and finishing out possessions, where guys like Aaron Gordon was really taking it to the Lakers on the offensive glass, and just Denver in general. So let's just take a look at those stats before we just talk a little bit more about the Lakers and the team. But so this is what happened as usual in these games. Anthony Davis and LeBron James came to play. Anthony Davis had 33 points to go along with 15 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. And then LeBron James had 26 points to go along with 9 assists and 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. He was 1 for 6 from 3. Austin Reaves really showed out, had 22 points, had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. But everybody else on the roster was kind of non-existent, had about 7 points from Taurean Prince. And then I know you see that big 0 from D'Angelo Russell, who only played 24 minutes and didn't hit any shots. And then Hachimura, who's kind of been a little bit disappointing this series, only had 5 points total, and then he only had 2 rebounds, especially in a game like this, was very concerning. But the Lakers didn't have enough, like I said, to really sustain, as they got up to a big lead. I believe it was at least 12 points there in that first half, but Denver cut it to 4 at halftime, and then just in the second half, it was just more of the same, especially in that third quarter where the Lakers have really been poor in this series. That's essentially where I think they've lost every single game in the series, in that third quarter, where Denver kind of just puts their foot on their neck and just kind of steps on the Lakers, and then they really can't really recover or come back from that. And then if you take a look even for Denver and like their stats, as Aaron Gordon was tremendous. He had 29 points, 15 rebounds, 5 offensive boards. Nikola Jokic had 24 points, 10 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive boards to go along with 9 assists, almost had a triple-double. Jamal Murray, while he didn't shoot well again, he still put up points, had 22 points off of 8 for 21 shooting. And then Michael Porter Jr., who has been killing the Lakers, had 20 points of 8 for 16 from the field, while the Denver Nuggets did not shoot the 3 particularly well. And just usually they're not a high volume 3-point shooting team, but they usually do pretty well against the Lakers. They only had 5 made 3-pointers. The issue for the Lakers, they only made 3, as I believe, actually I think it was 4, because I think Austin Reaves hit 1 towards the end. But the Lakers did not shoot well from the 3-point line, and they did not rebound well either, as Denver really ate them up on the glass. And this has just kind of been a microcosm. Anytime they play the Denver Nuggets, they're really not able to deal with that size they have in the front court with Nikola Jokic and Aaron Gordon. Both of those guys together have all been a problem for the Lakers all season, or essentially even since dating back to last playoffs. But I want you guys just to understand here just how different the series are, because I know people are going to see the same results as the Lakers are down 0-3 they were last season. But last season, the Lakers really couldn't get anything going from an offensive standpoint, and then They didn't really have the consistent effort from LeBron James and Anthony Davis, mostly because LeBron wasn't fully healthy. And then Anthony Davis, while he did have that effort on the defensive end, he didn't really have any help when it comes to getting the ball offensively because the Lakers offense was still kind of stuck in mud there. And then fast forward to this season where more of the issues is like the Lakers had great moments, great quarters, especially in those first and second quarters where they're able to build these leads, but they aren't able to sustain any of it. And so it just falls off in that second half. And then Denver really steps up their shot making, especially in that second half, especially if the Lakers are able to find some things they do well in that first half. Denver makes the right adjustments, and then they are able to capitalize for the Lakers in the second half. But I said this has maybe people thinking changes are on the way. So are changes on the way for the Los Angeles Lakers because this was not a great showing for D'Angelo Russell in particular, and it really is sad for me to see that because he's been a guy who I've been rooting for since he was drafted by the Lakers from Ohio State. He was born and raised with the Lakers. People thought that he was going to be the next best thing. We traded him, and then he really grew as a person, as a player, became an all-star. All of these things about D'Angelo Russell's arc was really tremendous, and then he came back and then had a tremendous end of the season, and then into those first two rounds where he really helped the Lakers in that one, and then it wasn't up until they ran into that wall that was Denver, and then fast forward again this year, he really has reconnaissance or just a coming back to what he once was after having a pretty poor December, and then from January on he is just great from outside. He's really knocking threes at a high rate, becomes the Lakers leader in 3-point makes for the season, and then comes back to Denver and in this first round here, and he has one really good game in game 2 where he was able to hit 7 threes, but these other 2 games have really been poor for him, and it's getting very hard for, I guess, a team like the Lakers to justify maybe keeping a guy like D'Angelo Russell if he can't perform in these big moments. And then also on the inverse side, which has been getting a lot of chatter, is just what's going on with Darvin Ham and just how some of these rotations and just how things haven't really stayed super consistent as far as just like a lineups setting from the entire season. And we saw it once again in this game for the Lakers, as if we just take a look at those stats and just I want you to look at the numbers there on the left hand side, and you see Jackson Hayes nowhere to be found, and he's been a guy who's been very vital in some of these minutes off the bench spelling Anthony Davis, and he's just really performed well, just doing his role, doing the things that he can do well. And the Lakers kind of went away from that. They were playing 3 or 4 guards at times. Dimwitty and Vincent, who have struggled in their own rights in this series, had okay games, but they did get 22 and 20 minutes. Taurean Prince got 20 minutes. Like I said, D'Angelo Russell only played 24 because of how poor he was playing. So the rotations once again shuffled, and especially to a point where the Lakers couldn't really hang on the defensive glass, grabbing rebounds, boxing out guys like Aaron Gordon, and boxing out guys like Nikola Jokic, because these guys have so much size on the Lakers guards. And then when guys like Anthony Davis or LeBron James are going to contest some of these shots from their jump shooters, like Porter Jr. or KCP or Jamal Murray, the Nuggets always seem to be in the correct position, and they're always going after for those offensive rebounds and getting the Nuggets a lot of extra possessions, and that leads to easier shots and just like a disheartening spirit for the Lakers team because they ain't able to finish possessions. And so everything kind of cascades onto itself. So this leads me here to my last point, and it's just more of a saying of just like there's not one solution, and a lot of people are going to blame just everything under the sun. They're going to find that one thing. They're going to think it's D'Angelo Russell. They want to get him out of here. They're going to think it's Darvin Ham. They're going to want to get out of here. They're going to think it's maybe even like Rui Hachimura, who hasn't played well up to his caliber this series. They're going to all look for these things to try and find that one thing, that one problem. But there isn't one problem, just like there won't be one solution. So bringing in that one player X isn't going to change everything, or bringing in possibly that new coach, I don't think is going to change things right away. There is some definite personal issues, especially when it comes to going up against a team like the Denver Nuggets. You're going to need the requisite size and hustle from those type of dudes. And the Lakers either didn't have it on the roster or didn't play it when the time needed to be. And that is more than just a one-person issue. This is more of there's different issues that really kind of misled the Lakers, I would say, for most of the season. And we really thought it was going to be a lot better bringing back most of the core guys, and then be able to get them a year under the belt and get them a training camp and get them the stuff they needed to really succeed during the season. But just with a whole lot of inconsistencies, starting with injuries, per usual with the Lakers, made things a little off kilter. And then now we fast forward to the playoffs where things aren't as they need to be, whether it's finding the right lineups or doing things like running organized offense. So definitely with Lakerland, if there is like a problem, like a first round exit, there's something is going to change. We're not really sure what that is yet. A lot of people are going to speculate what these changes could be. But as far as for the Lakers' sake, they do have one more game, and it's going to be on Saturday against obviously the Denver Nuggets there. And then we'll see if the Lakers are able to at least come out prideful and just try to win that game just for the sake of not losing 12 straight games to the same team. So we'll see if the Lakers are able to conjure up that requisite effort, and then we'll see about the games past that if the Lakers are able to do something there in Game 4. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below of if you think the Lakers are going to make those changes. What should those changes be? Should D'Angelo Russell be on his way out? Or maybe even a guy like Austin Reaves, who I know the Lakers really hold dearly to, or Rui Hachimura? Or do you think Darvin Ham is going to be the one that is leaving his seat? So there is a lot of things that could transpire, especially if the Lakers end up losing that Saturday game or just losing the series. So we'll see in the offseason where the Lakers stand and what they're going to go with. But just want to make it clear that guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis are not the issue. They are aging superstars, so we have to be able to accommodate them and be smart about how we're building that team around them. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.